welcome back to my channel, or if you're joining for the first time, welcome to my YouTube channel. I previously did a video on baby boy names that I love but won't be using. If you've watched my previous video, you know that I am currently expecting a baby boy. I'm currently, as of today, 26 weeks along, and baby boy is going to be joining us either in February or March of next year. Sorry, I'm out of breath because of, I guess I just am growing a human, so I'm very tired. But yeah, so today will be a follow-up, kind of part 2 to that video, baby girl names that I love but won't be using. We didn't have a preference whether it was going to be a boy or a girl this pregnancy. I have one son, he's 16 months old, almost 17 months old now, and definitely there were pros and cons, or I guess mostly pros associated with having either a boy or a girl, but we're super excited to welcome baby boy number 2. And without further ado, I will jump right into the baby girl names that I love and I wish I could use. I won't be using them for this pregnancy because they are, to me, really girl specific names, but if I have a girl in the future, I may end up using one of these, so hopefully it doesn't spoil any future surprises. So here we go. Okay, so at the very, very top of my list for baby girl names, and honestly, I feel nervous about sharing this one because I love this name so much and I really want to name a baby girl this, but my husband doesn't love it as much as I do, so I feel like we'll have to find something that we both agree on. But at the top of my list is the name Eden. I love the name Eden. I don't know what it is, I just love it so much, and it is on my list of baby girl names that I love but unfortunately won't get to use for this baby. But baby boy already does have a name. If you want to hear my baby boy names, just go ahead and check out that other video on my channel. Okay, next name is Florence. I love this name. I love classic, vintagey feeling names, but also this is the name of my paternal grandfather's mom, and I've just always thought it was so beautiful. I loved my great-grandma Florence, and unfortunately she's no longer with us, but I love the idea of naming my children after relatives who won't be around forever or either have already left this world, and it's just a good way to honor and remember them, in my opinion. So, and plus I just love the name Florence. I think it's so beautiful. So kind of on that same note, not a grandmother's name, but maybe it's one of your grandmother's names, the name Rosemary. I love this name, and honestly Jeff and I both love this name, and we have agreed on it in the past for a girl, but obviously we don't have a girl right now, so could be the potential future if we have a third baby and that baby is a girl, then that baby may be named Rosemary, so hopefully that doesn't spoil any surprises for the future, or if it does, then well, I guess here you go, there's the name of baby girl, or baby number 3, if it's a girl, maybe, I don't know, TBD. Next up, I absolutely love the name Autumn, but my sister also loves this name and specifically asked me, if you have a baby girl, please don't name your baby girl Autumn, because that's her top choice name, and she just loves that name, and so I love it too, but obviously she called dibs first, and it was one name that she really, really liked, so of course, one name, of course, she wasn't listing off 20 or 30 names that I couldn't use, but this one, I can respect her preference on that one. So next up, I love the name Nora, and I feel like those names, all the ones I've listed so far, are kind of maybe a little more old school. I feel like if you were born in the 40s, maybe that's your name, but I love them so much. Another one of my great-grandmother's names, who passed away just over 10 years ago, her name is Nora. She's my mom's maternal grandmother, and loved her. She was such a spitfire of a woman. She was hilarious. She was so involved in our lives growing up, and I just absolutely love my Gigi, is what we called her, great-grandmother, and yeah, what a woman. What a woman to remember with naming your baby after her. She's amazing. So, okay, so next on my list is is another name that we like almost, if we have a girl, we will 100% be using either for like a first name or a middle name. So I'm not gonna say this one. But yeah, I'm not gonna say this one. It's really good. It's a really good one though, but kind of in the same vein of what I've been saying previously. Another name, I think this was on my baby boy names video too, but I have heard it before as a girl name, and I love it for a girl as well, as the name Jude. Just love this name. I'm pretty sure Jude and Judah were on my baby boy's name, but Jude for a girl, super cute. And I'm a really big fan of one-syllable names too. Next up, this one also strong contender for a future baby girl's name is the name Lane. I love the name Lane. Lane Price, Lane something Price. I don't know, I just love it. I think it's so simple but so elegant, but it could be a cute name for a baby or also kind of a grown-up name for an adult. Next up, and one that my husband and I really liked, both of us, that we could agree on, so also may end up being a future baby's name if we do end up having a baby girl in the future, is the name Palmer, P-A-L-M-E-R, and I love this name. I think it is so cute, especially because it would be Palmer Price and kind of an alliteration with both starting with P, which would be super cute to me. And I just think it's adorable. Next up, we have the name Rhodes for a girl. I love this name. I don't know what it is. I think it's just that it kind of brings me back to thoughts of kind of old money, very elegant, sophisticated, unique, but not too unusual, where it's like, you know, you're not naming your daughter like Alfalfa Sprout or something. Not that there's anything wrong with that name, but or anything wrong with like super crazy, like not crazy, but like super off the wall unique names. And I think that that's so awesome. At one point, all of our names would probably have been considered really unique and unusual, and now they're just, you know, commonplace names, and so I just think it's really special. But the name Rhodes I thought was super cute, love it. Unfortunately, I think my husband said like this was one that was like a maybe, but wasn't his favorite, so I'm confident he probably won't let me name any future daughters after, or won't let me name any future daughters Rose. But anyway, so next up we have the names. So my husband is dead set on one name for a baby girl, and I just don't understand it because he only likes one, and it's like, to me it's not like there's no family significance with it. It's not like, I don't know, all that creative. I don't know, whatever. Like, I think it's a great name, but it just doesn't check all of the boxes for me. And that name that he really loves is Claire. And also, one reason I don't like it is because when I was growing up, there was a girl in my elementary school who used to bully me whose name was Claire. And so for me, I just can't get that out of my head, especially if you spell it with an I, C-L-A-I-R-E. That's my association. I know like everybody has mental associations with different names, and for me, that's one of them. And so Claire is not gonna be one that we use if I have anything to say about it. But alternatively, strangely enough, I love the name Clara, and I think it's different enough, C-L-A-R-A, different enough from Claire that it doesn't give me the same sort of mental negative connotations. So love the name Clara, another option. Okay, this is getting really drawn out, so I'm gonna try to do these a little bit faster. So, because I have a lot of girl names on this list that are kind of up the same vein. So if you like these names so far, definitely keep watching because I've got a lot of them coming at you that are even better. So next up, we have the name Astrid. I love this name. I think it's so cute. I just don't think it goes with the last name Price, so probably wouldn't be one that we used. Next up, Marjorie. Again, kind of an old school, vintagey, maybe if you're born in the 40s, this is your name, vintagey type name. Love it. Marjorie, I just think it's so cute. So cute. And it would be so cute for like a baby, for a little girl, for a teenage girl, for an adult woman, and an old grandma. That would be, I just think it works. It works for your whole life. Okay, next up we have the name BRIAR. I have always loved this name. This has been on my list for years. Just super cute to me. But BRIAR Price, another one, it doesn't really like sound that great together, so probably will not end up using it. Next, MILLA. So cute. Unfortunately, my sister's dog's name is Millie, and I think it's a little too close to that, so we probably won't use the name MILLA, but I think it is adorable. Next up, Pearl. I don't even know why this is on my list. I think because I'm like obsessed with like old grandma names, like Grandma Pearl, but I probably won't use this name just because Pearl Price is a little too much for me. Like, it's kind of cool because they're both one syllable 5-letter P names, but I don't know, something about it just like, it's a little too old grandma-ish for me, maybe. I don't know, maybe not. We'll see. I mean, I could totally have a change of heart by the time we have a baby girl, if we have a baby girl. So next up, the name, I don't know if this is really a name, but Banning. And I think this is someone's last name, or like the last name of someone who donated to like a stadium or something. Or maybe I just like made it up, but I just think it's so cute. It sounds to me like a Southern name. I think it's like really unique. This is kind of on the more unique end of the spectrum in my opinion, but Banning, I just think it's so cute. So next up, Georgia, and I would want her nickname to be Gigi or Georgie. Love the name. This probably will be a strong contender if we do have a baby girl in the future, so hopefully no spoilers, but like maybe some spoilers. Hopefully we do have a baby girl in the future. I would love a baby girl, so I don't know. Next up, one that my husband and I really liked, but I don't know if we'll end up using, and I'll explain why, is Louisa. I love this name, Louisa. There's so many fun nicknames you can do with Louisa. You could do like Lou, you could do Wheezy, which I think is so cute. In Houston, there's a restaurant called Wheezy's, and I'm pretty sure it's after a woman whose name is Louise or Louisa. I can't remember. Maybe it's not either of those, but anyway, I just think that is adorable. I like it. My husband likes it. It's kind of an old classic name, and I like spelling it with the O-U-I-S-A, but I have also seen it just U-I-S-A. Either of those, super cute for me because I'm trying to tend more towards the English way of spelling things and like old English type names. I would probably go with the O as well because I think that's the more English way to spell it. Okay, so, and the reason that we probably may or may not use that name, I don't know. I love it, but we have Louise is another family name for us on my husband's side, and that's been one that's handed down a lot, and there's like a lot of Louises going on in my husband's side of the family. How did you get in there? My dog's underneath the crib. So next up on the list is the name Poppy. I love this name. I think it is so cute. I think Poppy Price would be so cute. Unfortunately, I think Poppy has gained a lot of popularity in recent years. I know there are a lot of little girls, little baby to toddler age girls who are named Poppy, and so to me it might be getting a little too common, but I still love it. And maybe I'm wrong about that. I don't know. We'd have to check the charts. Next up, two names that are really similar, slightly different, but oh well, I'll just come out and say them. Ophelia and Odelia. I like both of those names. I think they're a little too out there for my husband's taste. Plus he loves the Lumineers and they have that song Ophelia, and I think it would just remind him too much of that song. Not that he doesn't love the Lumineers. We love the Lumineers. It's one of our favorite bands, but yeah, I don't think it's gonna end up actually making it onto anyone's birth certificate in our family. So next, I love this name so much, and if I had married someone whose last name was like French, or who was a French person, I would probably go with this last name, Marie-Therese, as a first name, and then like something else as the middle name. Marie-Therese, like Marie-Therese Walter. I think it is beautiful. I think you have like connotations to Mary and Teresa, and it is just an incredibly beautiful French name to me, and I love the name. But Marie-Therese Price, it just doesn't work. So next up we have the name Kenna. Again, this is one, I don't know what it is that I like have some strange desire to name all my children after myself. I think it's like if there was a little bit of narcissism in me, that's probably how it expresses itself, is in what I want to name my children. I mean, I think everyone has a little bit of narcissism in them, but anyway, Kenna. And I still love this name. I think it's super cute, but it probably won't be our baby. If we have a baby girl, it probably won't be our baby girl's name just because it's so close to my name. Okay, next step. And I have not eight or nine more. So we are getting there. We are getting to the end. Next up is the name Holly. I love this name. I am a big fan of Christmas names. Had we decided Noel for this baby boy name, then that would definitely rule out Holly for the future, because I wouldn't want to have, well, maybe not. I mean, honestly, all three of my babies could be kind of Christmas adjacent name, because we have Shepherd and then we have Noel. Well, the second baby is not Noel, but had he been named Noel, it could be Shepherd, Noel, and then Holly. But unfortunately that won't be it, but still Holly, super cute. And I love just little sweet baby girl names. So anyway, similar to Holly, next up on the list is Holland. I love this name, and honestly this will also be a leading candidate if we are ever expecting a girl. Next up, Olivia. I like this name. I don't love this name as much as some of the others on my list, and so since I'm not gonna have, I don't know how many names we've listed, but since I'm not gonna have 30 children and they're not all gonna be girls, I probably will not end up naming any of them Olivia, but I still love it. I think it's super cute. There's a lot of fun nicknames you can do with Olivia as well. Next up, Katherine, but I would want to call her Kit, and I would spell it with a K, and so Katherine. Very specific on spellings for me. I have a thing about spellings, and I think everyone does, because then how would you choose, you know? So I feel like this is the old school way of spelling it, and it starts with a K, which I really like because my name starts with a K, and then you could call her Kit, K-I-T, also like a K, cute nickname. But anyway, moving right along. Next up, I love the name Marin. It's kind of, to me, a kind of an aquatic, like ocean type name, like marine, I guess, but just Marin, and I think it's super elegant. I don't know how I feel about a baby named Marin. I feel like we would have to come up with some sort of nickname for the baby, because to me this is very much like an adult, like very sophisticated name, but I still love it. Next up, the name Brock. I love this name for a girl. I have seen this in Texas sometimes, I think it's common in Texas for like girls to have one syllable, kind of like boyish names. Like Kyle is a really popular girl name in Texas, and I think Brock is that same way, but I love this name, Brock Price. Doesn't really roll off the tongue, so probably won't be one that we use in the future. Next up, two more names. I love the name Mara. I think it is so cute. Again, Mara Price, not exactly, doesn't really go together, so probably won't be using that one. Next up, I love the name. And last but not least, not the best, whatever, just ended up being last on the list, is the name Greta, and I think it's so cute. It reminds me of kind of Hansel and Gretel, kind of like a Scandinavian European name, super cute. I think it would be really cute for a little girl and for an adult, which to me I guess is apparently is one of my success criteria, but the name Greta, I just love it so much. I think it's so cute. So anyway, hope you like these names. If you're expecting a little baby girl, I hope that these were helpful, and maybe even something that you might choose or consider for your baby girl. If you do, definitely let me know that if I was the inspiration for this name, or if I wasn't the inspiration for this name and we just sort of happen to like the same kind of names, then let me know that as well down in the comments. If you like this video, I am going to be putting out so much more motherhood, pregnancy related content, especially as this pregnancy progresses, as well as things like try-on hauls, really easy to wear, like mom appropriate clothing, which I feel like maybe people aren't interested in that, and that's why there's not really a lot of videos or like content on kind of like modest type apparel, but that's what I like to wear, and things that are really easy, makeup tutorials, hair tutorials, whatever else. Yeah, so anyway, go ahead, click the subscribe button, leave a comment down below, say hi. I really appreciate all of the engagements and the views on my baby boy names videos, so if you guys haven't already seen that, then go ahead and check that one out, because kind of similar style of names on there as well. And I will see you in the next one.